Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here we go. Block 80!
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
230. Check 53. 50. Switch it.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Xavier Grimble, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play fake. Mayfield. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mayfield. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it here with Hunt. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 18 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
From the 38, Mayfield caught left side. It's Beckham. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20. And it's a clinic that we're seeing put on here so far. 6 for 6 first drive of the game for him passing.
You know, I'm a defensive guy, and while I'm admiring the heck out of what they're doing throwing the ball around, all I keep thinking is this is where the quarterback has to go down. You've got to ruffle his timing, change things up, get some more pressure on him, because right now he's way too comfortable in throwing the ball downfield.
On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
They'll try to run with Hunt. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seibert's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On first down, it's Samuels. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Roethlisberger. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Mayfield now. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Joe Hayden from his quarterback position on the sack that time.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
55. Check, 55. Mike, come on.
To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Mayfield now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him, 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it, and he's got the hook up to Landry. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Mayfield now from the 50. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this of intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Mayfield on play action. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
All right, now. Like 80. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Shit! Watch the shit! Snickers!
They'll run with Samuels. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
False start, offense.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Here's Switzer. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, 1st down. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 27.
50. 53, check 53. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On second down, Samuels. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards. Makes it 3rd and 7 now. They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Dante Moncrief. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punt.
And oh, he coughed it up. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
That's up. All right, baby, yeah.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Able to hit his tight end, Grimble. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53. Watch the out. Watch the out. Shoot. Alert, alert.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it second and goal.
53, Mike 53. Watch the run. 66. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I